Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Vlogmas. Welcome to Vlogmas.
Thank you.
Today's the much awaited video that I have been saying that was going to be on my channel for, well, it hasn't really even been that long since we've been engaged. But I've been saying I was going to do this for a while, so we're finally doing it. And it is our, I don't know, all about our engagement video.
Yeah.
We're engaged.
Yeah.
Here's the rock. He passed me the rock. She's beautiful. He did a good job.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, a long time ago I told you I was going to marry you.
Yeah.
So,
when was that again? Not when you told me. You told your roommates, right?
oh, yeah, but like I told you, like,
Oh, yeah.
a long time ago that I was going to propose to you. It was like before I even knew I was going to get a ring or anything.
Yeah.
I, over the summer, back in like June, I was talking about it, wanted to propose, but being a broke college student, still trying to save money and all that stuff. So I talked to my friends, kind of got their opinions on everything, and kind of told them where my mind was, what I was thinking, and I knew that I wanted to propose. I knew I wanted to marry you, but I didn't know when I wanted to do that. And then it just so happened, one day, two of our friends actually went to a big place. It's called the Mart in Atlanta, and they asked if I wanted to go just to price some things out, and I went, and on the way there I told them, hey, I'm only pricing things out. And the very first ring I looked at, I was like, it's exactly what she wants, and it's exactly, you know, what I pictured and had in mind. And so I put a down payment on it, and that was July 7th. So she didn't know for, how many months is that?
A long time.
4 months.
Yeah.
I'm never good at math, so I don't know.
4.
Yeah. So I had to keep that from her for 4 months, which was, it sucked. But that was kind of how it all started.
Yeah. So that happened in July, and then obviously last month we got engaged.
So, funny story, one of our other friends had gotten engaged earlier this year, and when I first started thinking about proposing, I was like, I know exactly where I'm going to do it, blah, blah, blah. And they just so happened to get engaged at that same place. So I was like, I don't want to do it there. That kind of feels awkward. So I started thinking of a new idea, started thinking of some other things. Originally, one of our things is we love watching Survivor, you know, especially while it's on TV and stuff. Sad it's not on this season. I was originally thinking about doing something Survivor, where you kind of have to go to different locations and get clues, and then I would be at the end, and it would be like tribal council themed, but I thought that was too cheesy.
What? I would have loved that.
Yeah.
You're such a nerd.
So we actually went up to Dahlonega one day, and we were driving around, and we just so happened to come across this venue, and we drove through it, and the owners were super nice. They let us, you know, drive through. They had a wedding that day, so we couldn't get out of the car and walk around, but we could just drive up to the area and kind of get a quick glimpse. And so we went up there the day that I proposed, and I had been talking to these people for, you know, weeks, trying to get it set up. And what I had told Emily was that it was, we were going to be touring the venue, and so we got up there, rounded the corner, and where I proposed, it's this big opening that it's got like almost like an overlook of the mountains.
Put a picture right here,
yeah,
so you can see. That's like a really pretty view.
So I did it there, but it was funny because when we rounded the corner, we were talking, and then we rounded the corner, and right before we rounded the corner, you were like, can we go inside the building?
I was like, let's go inside.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh no, let's go back here first. And I was like, okay.
So we rounded the corner and our friends were taking pictures for us, and she saw the camera set up, but our friends were hiding, so she couldn't see them, and she was
I was like, why is there a camera there? And he didn't say anything. He just kind of like looked at me, and that's when I knew. I was like, oh,
yeah,
this is happening
so,
now.
I tried to play it off. I was like, I don't know, like, let's keep going. But
and we were holding hands and just like walking, and his hand got really, really sweaty. When I asked, why is there a camera there? And we just kept walking, like his hand got so sweaty. So I was like,
but
it's happening. And then we walked down, and then he started saying nice things to me, sweet things, all that stuff. And then, yeah, got down on one knee.
Yeah.
I texted him, like, what was it, like a day after, 2 days after? And I was like, I was just thinking about the moment. And I was like, did I even say yes? Like, I could not remember. Like, did I even say yes? I still don't remember ever saying yes.
She did, for the record, she did.
I was like, my hands after, I was like, literally shaking so bad.
It was like, I was holding her hand after, and she was shaking so bad that my hand started shaking. I was like, oh my goodness, like, what is going on? Yeah, that's kind of what happened. And right before, you know, we went up there for the day, so we went out to lunch and hung out. Eat. And no, she was super nervous.
Just because I, like, not that I knew something was happening, but I was very skeptical, or like, what's the word? Suspicious.
Yeah.
That's the word. I was very suspicious because we were going up to Dahlonega, which is like our favorite place. I was like thinking back, and one thing that also kind of gave it away was we were in the car, and I love Taylor Swift, but Matt doesn't, obviously. I don't know if that's obvious, but Matt doesn't really like her.
I don't hate her.
Anyways, usually, like, I won't play that in the car because I know that, like, he doesn't really enjoy listening to it. But I had it on from, like, earlier or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'll change it. And he was like, no, you listen to whatever you want to listen to. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
So we listened to Taylor Swift on the way there, and I was like,
It was a really good day.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
We celebrated with our friends afterward, had a little party. It was very sweet.
Yeah.
So the number one question we get from anybody is, when are you doing it? Where are you doing it? So we just actually booked our date and our venue, which I told you guys if you've seen my vlogmas videos. But we are getting married October 30th of 2021, and it's just this place in Dahlonega that we love so much. So
yeah,
we're really excited about it. Like 328 days, something like that.
Yeah.
So less than a year, and we'll be married.
We went and toured one other place, but it didn't work out. And then we actually went and toured the place that we chose, and we picked a date and loved it. And the lady who was giving us a tour, she was like, you know, I'll talk to the owner, we'll get that scheduled, blah, blah, blah. And we were super excited, got in the car, almost home, and I get an email that says, hey, I'm so sorry, somebody just signed a contract for that date. So we were like, oh, okay. So we had to figure something else out quickly because we didn't want those dates, the other, you know, alternative dates to fill up. So we had a quick little freak out and discussion, and then we figured it out, and that's the date we chose. So it's I'm still trying to get her to agree to have a Halloween themed wedding.
No.
I think it would be great. Everybody wears a costume. We dress up as bride and groom, and then we have a little party, have some candy, all that stuff. So put in the comments that you agree with me, so we can get this going.
So now that we've kind of given you the brief rundown, I'm gonna answer some questions, or we're gonna answer, sorry.
Yeah.
We're gonna answer some questions.
We're in this together now, okay?
True. We're gonna answer some questions that you guys asked us. First question. For each of you, how did you know each other was the one?
You go first?
No.
I'm trying to think of how to say it without, like, being all gushy.
I think for me, it's not anything like specific about you or anything specific that you do. I think it's more of like just a feeling that I have when I'm around you, or when I like knew that you were the one, is like I just felt like safe almost. That sounds like that's kind of gushy, but I just felt like safe when I was with you, and like that's a big thing for me. I hate like when people say when you know, because that's not helpful, but it like kind of is true. Like when you know, you just know that like this is my person forever.
Well, that's awesome. I think the biggest thing is you do just know when you know, but I think at the same time, going into this relationship, I hadn't dated a ton previously, so I kind of went in not knowing. I kind of went in with the expectation that I'm gonna make a ton of mistakes, and the fact that like, yes, I made a ton of mistakes, but like she was so forgiving of those mistakes, I think opened my eyes to realize that like this isn't just like a relationship, like this is more than that. And then as the relationship continued and our relationship grew, I think, you know, just things started falling in place that made me open my eyes and be like, wow, like this is a person that like not only could I spend the rest of my life with, like this is a person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So
nice.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Okay, so these are about our actual wedding. Someone asked DJ or band?
I'm actually a solo artist. I'm performing our own wedding. So yeah, it's only classic rock. So
yes.
I'm a solo Queen cover band.
Okay. We're doing a DJ.
Yeah.
Our place is definitely not big enough for a band, and I think like a DJ is just our style, I guess.
Yeah.
Somebody else asked, what color are your bridesmaid dresses gonna be?
Well, mine is gonna be, I'm just kidding.
I will put a picture right here of like the color scheme we're going for. I'm not too sure yet what color the bridesmaid dresses will be, but that's like our color scheme. So one of those colors, either like the rusty pinkish color or like a green maybe. I don't really know. We'll see. You asked, did you try putting it in rice?
Yeah. Well, did you?
My brother asked, are you engaged or something? My sister asked, dress shopping ? I'm going dress shopping in a couple weeks, December 18th. I'm going with my mom and my soon-to-be maid of honor, and we're gonna go dress shopping in Atlanta. So that's exciting.
Yay!
Yay!
I think in 2020, guys should be able to be celebrated like that, to where they get to reserve a spot to go suit shopping, and I just think it's really sad that they don't. I think I'm gonna create that trend. Throw a groom's suit day. Okay. And we get mani-pedis and try-on suits, and then
drink champagne.
Champagne.
Okay, next question. Somebody said, ideal season to have it. Our ideal season to have it is fall, and we are having it in the fall. Like very into fall. So. Yeah.
Which I like it towards the end of fall, the boys of fall. I personally love the cold, like the fall and winter time, much more than spring and summer. Plus the leaves and all that jazz. So
yeah. She also asked if I had a feeling it was coming. Yes, I did. Just because we've been talking about it, and we like knew that we were gonna marry each other, and we knew we wanted it to be next year.
Yeah.
So I just like every weekend I was like, is it gonna be the weekend? When are you having kids? A long time from now.
Sounds like we're gonna be like retiring when we have kids. Like
maybe. I'm just kidding. Yeah. It will be a very long time.
Yeah, it won't be like
at least 5 years after we get married.
Yeah.
How many kids do we want?
I think 2, 3, something like that. It's not like we're having one anytime soon. We can still have that conversation, so.
Exactly. Who is the neat freak, and what if the other person is a slob?
Me.
Matt. What if I'm a slob when we live together?
That's fine. I mean,
say that now.
I mean,
I'm not really a slob. What?
You're gonna be cleaning anyways.
Oh. We'll have none of that here.
That was a joke.
You may exit the building.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
I'm not a slob though.
No, you're not.
So,
I don't think either of us are.
I feel like we're equally slob. Next question. Does Matt have any allergies? That's such a random question. Do you have any allergies?
I don't have allergies. I have like so many medical conditions that are gonna screw up our kids one day. But
yeah.
No allergies.
Okay.
No allergies.
It's a random question. What's each other's biggest pet peeve?
I think we've covered this in the last Q&A we did, but
yours was you talk negatively about yourself.
You
That's
do.
not a pet peeve. That's more of a deeper rooted issue.
Okay, then you twirl your hair and it bothers me.
That's the only pet peeve you have?
Yeah. And when you use my hairbrush.
You don't like when I use your hairbrush?
No. Oh, your hair gets in the hairbrush. And then it gets in my head. And I don't like that. I don't like putting on clothes or like putting on a jacket and just being like, oh, there's a 6-foot long piece of hair in my head that doesn't belong to me.
I know in our Q&A video I said biting your nails, which is a really big pet peeve I have. But you've gotten better at that. One thing that really is kind of a pet peeve for me, I'll be honest.
Hit me.
When you
don't be shy.
When Matt tells stories or is talking about something or telling you something, he likes to drag it out instead of just saying,
okay.
I went to the store today and I found this. You're like, so I pulled up to Walmart. I had to back up my car because I didn't park really great, so I had to pull back in and I got out and I had to put my mask on.
I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. Okay, but here's the thing that bothers me is yes, I do that, but I get interrupted all the time. Not necessarily by her, but like I get interrupted all the time while I'm in the middle of saying something. And so, because of that, I always have to start over. Like I have to start to finish. I can't be interrupted. So if I'm interrupted, I go back to the first thing I said.
I heard this already.
Yeah.
What God is teaching me right now through this process is I am not in control, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that everything is in His timing. I had like issues with control like before we got engaged because I was like, I just need to know when it is. I need to know every detail. And then when we got engaged, I was like trying to control like our venue, our day, and all that stuff. And when it didn't work out, I was like, whoa, what's happening? But I had to like take a step back and be like, God is gonna give us exactly what we need. He's gonna give us the day that we need. That might not be our ideal day, but that's His day for us.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I think for me, part of it is that, like, I feel like I'm learning 2 things. Like, one, patience. But I think the other thing is I'm really, 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 really bad at accepting gifts from other people. I think it's very difficult for me to, take something from someone and be like, oh, thank you. So I think right now He's teaching me, thankfulness, just to be thankful for the gifts that we're receiving, not just like, tangible things, but celebrations and kindness and all that stuff. And I think it's a good reminder to constantly be thankful for so many things.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point too. I think that was something that I had to like get into my head, because like I called my dad right after he proposed. Obviously my dad knew, but I called him just to tell him and everything. And he told me that my grandpa was coming down from out of state, and I was like, why is he coming all the way here just for this? And my dad's like, Emily, like you got engaged.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess I just had to like realize like this is a big deal. Like
Yeah.
people like are happy for us, they want to celebrate us, and like you just gotta let people celebrate you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Alright guys, that concludes this little video about our engagement and Vlogmas day something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment something that you love about Matt.
Oh, you should get a lot of comments. Yeah.
Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Woo! We're getting married! Okay, but...
Don't put me on blast right now or I will smack you in the head.